you hear what I was playing, Lane?
I didn't think it very polite to listen, sir.
I'm sorry for that. For your sake. Anyone can play accurately. I don't play accurately. But I play with wonderful expression. As far as the piano is concerned, sentiment is my forte.
Yes, sir.
You got the cucumber sandwiches cut for Lady Bracknell.
Yes, sir.
Lane, tell me, why is it that at a bachelor's establishment the servants invariably end up drinking the champagne?
Well, I often observed in married households the champagne is rarely of a first-rate brand.
Good heavens! Is marriage so demoralizing as that?
I believe it is supposed to be a very pleasant state, sir, though I will admit I've had very little experience with it up to the present.
I don't know that I'm much interested in your family life, Lane.
No, sir, it's not a very interesting subject. I rarely think of it myself.
Very natural, I'm sure. That will do, Lane. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Oh, welcome. Come on in, sir. Mr. Ernest Worthing.
My dear Ernest, what brings you up to town?
It's a pleasure. What else should bring one anywhere? Huh. Eating as usual, I see.
I believe it is customary in good company to take refreshment at 5 o'clock. Where have you been since last Thursday?
In the country, see?
What on earth do you do there?
When one is in town, see, one amuses oneself. When one is in the village, they amuse others. It's excessively boring.
Shropshire is your county, is it not?
Eh? Shropshire? Yes, of course, see? Hello. Well, why such reckless extravagance in one so young, see? Who is coming to tea?
Really, Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn.
Dear Algy. See, I'm in love with Gwendolyn, and I've come expressly up to town to propose to her.
I don't give my consent. I allow you to marry her. You ought to clear up the whole question of Cecily.
What do you mean, Algy? I don't know anyone by the name of Cecily, see?
Lane, bring me that cigarette case Mr. Worthing left in the smoking room last time he dined here.
Do you mean to say you have had my cigarette case all this time?
Well, Ernest, now that I look at the inscription inside, I find that this thing isn't yours at all.
It's a very ungentlemanly thing, see, to read a private cigarette case. Of course it's mine.
Yes, but this isn't your cigarette case. This cigarette case is a present from someone of the name of Cecily. You don't know anyone of that name.
Now, if you must know, Cecily is my aunt. She's a charming old lady at that, too. Now, Algy, just give it back.
But why does your aunt call you her uncle? From little Cecily with her fondest love to her dear Uncle Jack. Why an aunt should call her own nephew her uncle, I can't quite make out. Besides, her name isn't Jack at all, it's Ernest.
Well, my name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country. That's why it says Jack on the cigarette case.
Inform me why you are Ernest in town and Jack in the country. Produce your explanation, and pray make it improbable.
Mr. Thomas Cardew, see, who adopted me, made me in his will guardian to his granddaughter, see, Miss Cecily Cardew. Cecily, who addresses me as her uncle, lives at my place in the country, see.
The truth is that you are a Bunburyist. I was quite right in saying you're a Bunburyist. In fact, you're one of the most advanced Bunburyists I know.
What on earth do you mean?
You have invented Ernest in order to go into town as often as you please. I, Jack, have invented an invaluable permanent invalid I call Bunbury, in order that I may go into town whenever I choose.
Pardon me, sirs, but Lady Fairfax is without, and her lady mother is arguing with a passerby at the present.
Ah, thank you, Lane. I shall receive her.
Your town address at the Albany I have. What is your address in the country?
Oh, see, it's the Manor House at Woolton, Hertfordshire. Yes. I will see Miss Fairfax out.
Tomorrow, Lane, I'm going Bunbury. Can put up my dress clothes, my smoking jacket, and all my Bunbury suits.
Why, yes, sir.
Tomorrow will be a fine day, Lane.
It never is, sir.
Cecily, your intellectual pleasures await you. Pray open to page 1369.
But I don't like Latin, Miss Prism. It is a brutish language. Who am I to speak it with?
Child, you know how Mr. Worthy is anxious in every which way of your education.
Dear Uncle Jack is so serious. Sometimes he is so serious that I fear he must not be quite well.
Cecily, I'm surprised at you. You know that Mr. Worthing has had many tribulations in life. You must remember that he has had constant anxiety about his younger brother Ernest.
I wish dear Uncle Jack would allow that poor unfortunate young man to come down here at times. I might have a good influence over him, Miss Prism.
What is that tone of you, Cecily?
I keep a diary in order to enter the most wonderful secrets of my life. Most recently, to enter the wonderful things that keep Ernest so intriguing to me. Speaking of intriguing, here comes Dr. Chasuble.
Mr. Ernest Worthing has just driven from the station. He's brought his luggage with him. Why, yes, he said he was very eager to speak with you.
I've never really met any wicked person before. I am so afraid that he...
You are my little cousin Cecily.
You are under some strange mistake. I am not little. In fact, I am more than usually tall for my age. You are my cousin Ernest. My wicked cousin Ernest!
Oh, I'm not wicked at all, cousin Cecily. You mustn't think I'm wicked.
If you are not, then you have certainly been deceiving us all in a very inexcusable manner.
In fact, now that you mention it, I've been bad in my very own small way.
I don't think you should be so proud of that, though I am sure it must have been very pleasant.
It's much more pleasanter being here with you.
See, my brother now. He's dead. Say he's quite dead.
Uncle Jack, do look happy. You look as if you've had a toothache. And what a surprise do I have for you. Guess who's in the dining room? Your brother.
Nonsense, see, I haven't got a brother.
Oh, don't say that. And you will shake hands with him, won't you, Uncle Jack?
My goodness.
Not you.
Not one, but two lies, dear Gwendolyn. It seems that there are no earnest men at all. Should we forgive them? Yes. I mean, no.
True, I had forgotten. There are principles at stake that one cannot surrender. Which one of us should tell them?
Could we not both speak at the same time?
An excellent idea. Your Christian names are still an insuperable barrier. That is all.
Our Christian names? Is that all? We are going to be Christians this afternoon.
Aunt Augusta? Algernon, is this where your invalid friend Bunbury resides?
Oh no! Bunbury,
he lives somewhere else. Somewhere else at present. Bunbury's dead.
Dead? What did Mr. Bunbury die of? His death must have been extremely sudden.
I killed Bunbury this afternoon. Paul Bunbury died this afternoon.
What did he die of? Bunbury?
Quite exploded.
Exploded? Was he the victim of a revolutionary outrage?
He was found out. The doctors, they found out he couldn't live anymore. So he's dead. Now why have you come to see me, Lane, and Augusta?
That loathsome company you keep. You are the son of my poor neighbor, Mrs. Moncrief, and consequently, Algernon's elder brother.
What?
Algy's elder brother? Then I have a brother after all. I knew I had a brother. I always said I had a brother. Algy, you young scoundrel, you will have to treat me with more respect in the future, see?
Not till today, old boy, I admit. I did my best, however, though I was quite out of practice.
But what own are you? What is your Christian name, now that you have become someone else?
Good heavens, see? I'd quite forgotten that point. Your decision on the subject of my name is irrecoverable, I suppose.
I never change, except in my affections.
If I may, sir, the Moncrief family accounts mention that every luxury that money could buy, including christening, had been lavished on you by your fond and doting parents.
Then I was christened, see? That is settled. Now, what name was I given? Let me know the worst.
Well, naturally, being that you were the eldest son, you were named after your father.
Yes, but what was my father's Christian name, see?
Well, at the current moment, I can't recall what the general's name was, but I imagine he had one.
Algy, you can't recollect what our father's Christian name was?
My dear old boy! We were never on speaking terms. He died when I was hardly a year old.
His name, see, would appear in the army lists of the period.
Why, yes, I remember now. He's called Ernest. Ugh, I knew I had a particular reason for disliking the name.
Ernest? My own Ernest? I felt from the first that you could have no other name.
Oh, Gwendolyn, it is a terrible thing for a man to find out suddenly that all his life, see, he's been speaking the whole truth. Can you forgive me?
I can, for I feel you are sure to change.
My own one.
My own Cecily!
At last!
My dear Jack, you seem to be displaying signs of triviality.
On the contrary, Algy, I've now realized for the first time in my life the importance of being earnest.